Okay, good evening. So, as you can see, here we have that is the normal computer system, that is a personal computer. So, in that category, we've said that involves your laptops, your desktops. So, here I just wanted to show something simple. From what you can see here, this is the system unity. From the system unity, we have the monitor, we have the keyboard, we have the mouse, or like something physical that we can get to see on the computer. On the other side, we have a laptop. On it, it's comprising, we have almost everything embedded as one. We have a trackpad or the mouse pad, we have a keyboard, we have a screen. So everything is more like compressed. So behind or inside here is where we have the motherboard, the CPU, everything. That is, this one is inside here. The keyboard is already what we are seeing outside here. The mouse, it's what we are actually having here. So what I've done is I'll rip apart this desktop. We have ripped apart. There's a video that we have ripped apart to show you each and every component that is involved inside, because we want to go in the underneath of it. To make it more interesting, we've ripped apart a laptop that we want to open up. Then we basically get to understand what are those physical components of it. So the one that I've opened, I've just put the parts spread out, just remove from the keyboard and everything. Then I've put the skeleton here. So from what we can see here, this is our hard drive. It's our hard drive that is connected. Like we had already said, that this is secondary storage. Then we have a primary storage here, which is our RAM. So our RAM is a primary storage, and we have a hard drive that is a secondary storage. On top of that, we have a processor. A processor is usually under here because it's a brain, like we had already said. Being the thinking process of the machine, it will be overheating. So it's usually connected to the fan. That will make sure that it is cooling the system with this copper for easy copper heat conduction. So it will be heat, there will be heat conduction, it will be cooled. So most of the time this pipe remains cooled because of the fan, and that keeps the system intact. It's the reason why most of the time we tell people, when you're using a computer, please don't use it on the bed. Try to put some maybe egg trays or something that will elevate it up to allow those vents, the air to come out and in, so that free circulation of air is allowed. And this is what you can get to see. So I've just dismantled, removed the keypad and the mouse. This is the cable that connects the mouse. Then what we have seen, a big one, is a keyboard. So I've just separated them from this machine that is full as this laptop here, but I've just separated it here so that we separate the keyboard from there, so that we see what is really happening inside. From here, what we can notice is, so this is the slot where the RAM gets to be fit. We have the hard drive that is here. Like we mentioned, the processor is underneath here, and the guy needs to be cooled. So then we get to have here, it's a jack where we get to connect the cable that goes to the screen. But the fact that we have removed the screen, so we are using an external connector. An external connector that is connected with this, which is the VGA connector. So you'll find your computers mostly have this, others have the HDMI port, will indicate it also to show what it is. So basically this is a skeleton of a computer. Here we have the power in cable, so your power comes in from here. Once your power comes here, it's demarcated by these capacitors that you are seeing here. So they will get to demarcate the power. Part of it will be going to charge the battery. That is the battery terminal or battery connecting terminal here, which this one has to flash in the normal laptop. So power will be demarcated from here. Part of it will be charging, part of it goes direct to the processor here. Then the processor now will demarcate. So from here, you see there is a cable here which is coming here. This cable is for USB ports, where we can get to attach many other things to the computer. You can put your flash disk, you can put some external mouse, keyboard, many accessories you can get to use. Also this, as you can see, on the motherboard itself, it still has some more components that are there. This is the HDMI port that we mentioned. These are the USB ports that are there. This is the headphone jack. Headphone jack, that's where you put to listen to music, to play, and external speakers and other things. Then this one we have is an Ethernet cable, Ethernet jack. So the jack actually allows you to connect to an Ethernet for internet. You just connect the Ethernet cable. We'll mention that one when we talk of networking. So you connect the cable here, your computer is powered with internet. One more thing that we have to notice is there's this small guy here. So this small chip, we call it a network adapter or wireless adapter. It's a wireless adapter. So this wireless adapter, mostly if you know, some of you have a computer that has Bluetooth, this is the guy that comes with it. This is the guy that enables you to connect to your hotspot or any Wi-Fi network that is within the area where you are. So when you have this guy in your computer is the one that will enable your computer to connect. If you see, this guy has almost 2 cable connectors. There are some cables that come. There are usually 2. There is a white and a black cable that is something looking like this. So it goes and plugs on one of these as the aerial. It's just more like an aerial for allowing good connectivity. So sometimes you find you have a good computer, but the internet is becoming really difficult for you to work around with it, the Wi-Fi. It's always showing you low bars. So we get to change this one, because this one is a network adapter. It's more like the one that is enabling your computer to be connected to the net. So we get to change it sometimes. If you feel need something different, you want Bluetooth to be enabled or added to your computer, you just go replace this one. It's a cheap, price-wise it's cheap. You just go and replace it. You get a different one, or you can get a different one for good connectivity. So this is the wireless adapter. It enables your computer. Most desktops don't have this. That is these big guys. They mostly don't have these, which can enable your computer to connect wirelessly. But laptops, they have enabled them to have it. For a desktop, what you get to notice is, for the sake of wanting to have internet, we get to add something like this. So this one, we are it's a network adapter. So it doesn't have inside, but the goodness with a desktop, it allows you that you can just buy something like this, cheap, almost 200 or 100 kwacha. You buy this, then you can get to slot it on, and there on your computer will start allowing connectivity for wireless, and Bluetooth and other things will be enabled just by buying something simple as this small flash disk kind of. So that's the same thing that we are seeing here. So now, being a laptop, all those things are put as one. Now what you can get to notice is like for power flow, sorry. So power flow comes here. When the power comes, probably 20 volts, 19 volts will enter your computer, will be dropped down from the capacitors that you're seeing here, demarcated. Part of it go to charge the computer, the battery. Part of it will get to enter and come to the processor here. So your processor will start distributing. From here you see power code for the fan, power for charging the USB ports, power to go to the hard drive, power to other extended USB ports. And external connectors are also powered on. The normal thing that happens is we connect a power pack here from this jack. Once we connect the power pack, there's a switch here. We go and press, we turn it on, the computer goes on. Once the computer goes on, immediately power comes from there. We allow power to go on. Automatically, the processor is enabled. The hard drive starts running. Fan starts running to sense the heat of a computer. Once that is so, the video now, information now is being spread, because the processor now has gotten the input. The input is a command maybe you have made, you've pressed the keyboard or pressed the power on button. This computer now, processor now will give a feedback through now our output device. So that will be the monitor. For now, we want to use this one for visual sake. We have removed the screen for the computer so that we make it easier for viewing. So I'll repeat: the hard drive, I'll repeat the RAM. I'll repeat the network adapter. I'll repeat the processor underneath. There's a fan. Yes, so that is how the system is connected. So what you will see is we get to connect this power cable, because what we want is to see this computer go on through this side. We want this because this is the computer. Anything else, they're just covers. Underneath the computer, basically, this is all what we find. So, like we said, we'll put this first memory, or the primary memory, supposed to be logged in. Secondary memory, it's already connected. Then now we can get to connect the power. Okay, it's a bit shaky. Okay, I think you can see there's power already there. The light is gone on. So we've connected that. Then here for display sake, because we don't have a monitor that is going to give us a display, so we are using this one. So you can get to connect. Okay, I think there's a good connection here. So we've connected to the monitor there. What we do is normally we'll come to the switch button, press on, power on. We should have a light there if a power on is on. Okay, the light is there. The next thing, we should view something coming this side, as we have seen. So what is it telling us from here? It's telling us that the hard disk has got an error. The hard disk. Which one is our hard disk? It's a hard drive here. So they're telling us this hard drive is not okay. There's a problem. Can you get to work around it, or can you get to replace it? So what we can do is we can even turn off to see if it will give us the same information. Turn off the computer. From the power on, can disconnect the hard drive. Let's just see if the computer will think that the hard drive is not connected. So at this point, we can go to the on button. Press on. Okay, power has gone on. Okay, let's look this side. What does this show? I think it's still loading, because we have no information that has been posted. If you can feel, the fan is running. It's actually running where it is right now. It's running. So the essence, like we said, is to cool the system. If you are to hold here, just right here where I'm holding, it's already heating. So what is keeping this system to be cooled is because of this fan that is running. So it's keeping our system cool. And as you can see, fortunately we are not able to see anything here. It's just taking a bit of some time. We don't have the whole day. We'll try to turn it off so that we give it another try. Okay, I've turned it on. Let's see if something comes up also. Okay, I think it's still trying to load, trying to look for the hard drive, trying to look for other extended connections that are added on.